How pivotal could a single mission be in the grand scheme of a war? Imagine the weight of this question on the shoulders of the 36 crews of the 392nd Bomb Group, briefed at 5:30 in the morning. Their target, the bustling city of Gotha, Germany. More specifically, the fighter aircraft assembly factory of the Gotha Wagon Fabrik AG, a factory producing 75 completed aircraft per month. This factory, nestled at the junction of a northbound railroad and a main road leading northeast to Molschleben, was a hive of activity. In peacetime, it employed 2,200 workers, assembling German aircraft along with gliders. It was a self-sufficient operation, creating all the major components for its assembly plants, from wings and fuselages to tail units. So, if this factory were to be successfully obliterated, the impact would be substantial. The loss of 185 planes, 35 under construction, and 75 a month for 2 months. Additionally, a large number of skilled employees would likely be lost. The factory was also home to runways on the North Airfield. This wasn't the crew's first rodeo. In fact, this was the group's 40th mission. But the significance of their target wasn't lost on them. They were briefed on the heavy defenses they would face, including 88 mm and 105 mm anti-aircraft artillery, and the likelihood of heavy fighter attacks across 400 miles of enemy territory. Equipped with escape and evasion kits, oxygen masks, flak helmets, Mae West life jackets, parachutes, and heated flying suits, they boarded the 2.5-ton canvas-covered trucks for the brisk ride to their B-24's dispersal pad. In the pre-dawn darkness, they inspected their aircraft meticulously, checking everything from engine cowlings and superchargers to fuel cells, guns, bombs, and oxygen supply. At 8 in the morning, engines roared to life. 15 minutes later, the lead ship taxied to the takeoff position at the end of the 2,000-yard-long runway. As dawn broke, the lead crew pilot, Jim McGregor, revved his engines to full power, checked his instruments, released the brakes, and rolled forward. 31 B-24s followed him into the clear sky, assembling into 3 squadrons above Radio Beacon 21. They eased into their position in the 2nd Air Division's bomber stream, climbing to 18,000 feet over the North Sea. Reflecting on this mission, it's clear that the importance of a single target can be monumental. The potential impact of this operation, the possibility of crippling the German war machine by taking out a key aircraft factory, was a significant step towards victory. It's a vivid reminder of how the collective actions of a few can have far-reaching consequences in the grand scheme of things. The bravery and dedication of these crews, their commitment to the mission, and their willingness to face the dangers of enemy territory are testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fight for freedom. As we flew across the pristine blue, infiltrating enemy lines just above Amsterdam, the thrill and fear was palpable. Cruising at a brisk pace of 235 miles per hour over the Zuider Zee, our aircraft signaled our presence and intentions with vapor trails left in our wake. A breathtaking sight was on display as we crossed the Dutch-German territory line, advancing beyond Dummer Lake, our upcoming target in Osnabrück, and then southeastward past the devastated airfields of Hanover. B-17 formations of the 1st Air Division, maintaining a parallel course, were heading for their main target, the ball-bearing factories at Schweinfurt. Meanwhile, over the North Sea, B-17 fortresses of the 3rd Air Division were navigating towards their targets on the Baltic Sea coast. P-47 fighters provided a protective shield up to the Hanover region, after which P-38S and P-51S patrolled above us to Gotha. Even with this robust defense, Luftwaffe fighters attempted to breach our formations. Concealed by our contrails, they often attacked from the rear and below us. A stark contrast was seen below, a snow-covered landscape standing in austere contrast to the intense warfare occurring above. As we initiated our bomb run, our little friends, the P-38S and P-51S, were busy fending off enemy fighters. The staccato of our turret's twin .50S resonated throughout the aircraft, a nerve-wracking yet thrilling experience. As we made a slight left turn over our initial point, the sight of red flares signaled bomb bay doors open. Our bombardier checked gyroscope's balance and ensured all bombing switches were activated. Despite a fleeting moment of confusion with the 2nd Air Division's lead wing formations deviating from the target path, our pilot navigator verified that the primary target straight ahead. Within moments, our lead bombardier took over control of the bomber with his bomb sight connected to the automatic flight control equipment. With our target locked, it was time to progress to the next critical stage of our mission. The tension was palpable as we readied ourselves to strike a blow against the German war machine. Our bombardier, Lieutenant Good, was handed a target folder that didn't include a snowy, wintry view of the Messerschmitt aircraft plants. Relying on his sharp judgment and honed skills, he had to locate the briefed aiming point. His trained eye, peering through the bomb sight optics, was the final determinant of where position the crosshair. He kept the command pilot and crew updated with a steady stream of commentary detailing what he saw and his actions in steering the lead B-24 and the subsequent formation of bombers to the bomb release point. But only he, the lead bombardier, could confirm what was seen through the bomb site. At 18,000 feet, with the temperature plunging to 40 degrees below zero, Good was immune to the cold as he delicately adjusted the azimuth, vertical arc from zenith to horizon, and range controls. He rechecked all the bomb and camera switches were the on position, particularly the radio bomb release signal switch that would simultaneously release all the bombs from the B-24S in the 390 seconds formation. The sky was cloudless. At 1:18 p.m., after being attacked by 5 FW-190S, B-24-102 commanded by Lieutenant Thomas Cox of the 576th Squadron, flying the lead in the high block, veered away to the right with its -3 engine ablaze. 5 parachutes were seen ejecting from the burning bomber before it exploded and crashed at Rula, a small village 7 miles southwest of Gotha. Just as the 88mm and 105mm flak shells started to detonate near our formation, Lieutenant Good had the synchronized bombing run with the wind drift neutralized and the crosshair steadily fixed on the aiming point of the substantial manufacturing complex. The bomb site indices intersected. Bombs away! While the K-20 camera located in the bomb bay captured the impact of the bombs at 10-second intervals, Lieutenant McGregor regained control of the lead aircraft and directed the 390-second formation towards the outbound heading and the rally point. The bombs hit their mark, but our battle was far from over. As soon as the 14th wing left the target's flak, we were once again under attack by enemy fighters. With our formation stretched out in a trail and several B-24S slowed by flak damage, our 3 squadrons were left vulnerable to brutal attacks. For the next hour or more, Me-109S, FW-190S, and Ju-88S kept us engaged as our fighters strived to fend them off. Voiceover: Albert Cook, top turret gunner engineer of #344, 577 Squadron, recounts the harrowing experience of their B-24 sustaining fatal damage during the bomb run. We were hit bad. 3 engines knocked out, 2 on fire, and a fire in the bomb bay, Cook recalls, his voice heavy with the weight of the memory. The crew had done everything they could to control the damage, but the decision was made to bail out at 5,000 feet. As they descended, the landscape below was a patchwork of snow-covered fields and dark forests. They landed hard but safe, only to be encountered by German farmers. Their faces mirrored our own fear and confusion. Cook continues, painting a vivid picture of the encounter. Before they could take in their surroundings, they were captured by German soldiers and reunited with the rest of the crew in a school basement. The grim faces of their captors were a stark reminder of their predicament. Yet, amidst the fear and uncertainty, a glimmer of hope remained as they found their comrades alive. Cook's voice trembles as he reveals the fate of waist gunner James Allen. He didn't make it, Cook says, the pain evident in his voice. The abandoned B-24 crashed near Erfurt, a sobering reminder of their failed mission. As Cook's narrative unfolds, we learn about the fate of other 392nd crews, including the crew of B-24, #496, the Jinx, and #527, Black Widow. Their stories are a testament to the resilience and bravery of these men, their unwavering commitment to their mission, and their indomitable spirit. As our scene draws to a close, Cook's voice echoes through the silence. We did what we had to do. We survived. That's what matters. His words serve as a poignant reminder of the strength of human spirit and the courage it takes to face adversity head-on. Voiceover. In the compelling tale of the valiant crew of aircraft #427,511, a historic narrative etched deep into the annals of history, a special mention is warranted for the aircraft's 32nd mission, documented in the Missing Aircrew Report #02947. This extraordinary story is one of courage, bravery, and sacrifice. And among the 10 heroic individuals that composed this crew was Waist Gunner Staff Sergeant Felix A. Zarang. Each member brought their unique valor to this compelling narrative, but Sergeant Zarang himself with his extraordinary bravery. His actions and ultimate sacrifices have earned him a revered place in the chronicles of this war. His story encapsulates the essence of heroism, a testament to the unyielding spirit and fierce determination of these exemplary men. On a fateful day, soaring over Frankfurt, the B-24 aircraft #42-7511 became a target of enemy fire, transforming it into a raging inferno within moments. This marked the beginning of its ominous descent towards an impending doom. The crew's relentless efforts to salvage but could not prevent the catastrophic end that the aircraft met. Like blossoming flowers against the azure sky, parachutes made their audacious appearance. Yet amidst the yawning abyss beneath, not all were destined to survive. Sergeant Zaranga, tragically, was killed in action. In a letter from a German researcher, we learn of the crash site at Raum-Hersfeld-Untergraben, a scarred reminder of the brutal realities of war. Sergeant Zarang's burial site was first at the community cemetery at Warda, county of Hersfeld. He was interred in a marked mass grave on the 3rd of April 1944, his final resting place bearing silent testimony to his ultimate sacrifice. Later, he was interred at the Lorraine Cemetery, St. Avoid, France, in grave K3220. A fitting tribute to a brave soldier, his actions earned him the prestigious Air Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters. As we remember Sergeant Zaranga and his brave comrades, their tales, a stark reminder of the grim realities of war and the indomitable human spirit, reverberate through time. Their sacrifices and bravery stand as a beacon guiding our recollections of them, forever etched in our memories.